go, I go, you stay, I stay. One song to sing.
See those gains, Tankster? Takes time.
Yep.
Building physique doesn't come overnight. Well, anyways, guys, wanted to touch on the topic since I got Tankster here. My teen little phenom, my panda shadow, aka Tankster, aka Fubble. Well, anyways, I want to talk about a topic that is pretty important to me. I think it's a really big thing to think about if it pertains to you, which is teen bodybuilding, prioritizing your goal as a teen. And I get a lot of teenagers, you know, the 18, 19, even 16, 17, asking, you know, what I should do. Should I cut or should I bulk? And we're right here at school, guys. School just got out and it's crazy. But anyways, so I get that question all the time from teenagers. And my number one tip, well, let me go back. This generation of youngins, teenagers, it's been a fad to get aesthetic, which is, to the younger generation, is shredded. To get shredded, get those abs, that serratus popping. And I think a lot of that came from, what's that guy's name? Ziz. You know? Just aesthetics. You know, the word aesthetics, being shredded, dieting down, getting cut. You know? So our younger generation has got that impression that's the best thing to do at that young age, is to just start cutting and working on getting shredded, which I think is a big mistake for numerous reasons. For one, you're gonna hinder your long-term progress. Okay, it takes time. I think it's a lot harder to put on muscle, lean muscle, that stage muscle, than getting cut and shredded. Anybody can get shredded. Anyone can drop body fat with diet and training, but it takes time to put on that quality muscle. Okay? And from, in my opinion, 20 to 25, that is your peak years to put on quality mass as a young bodybuilder. Your testosterone naturally is at a higher point. And after 25, 26, that's when our natural testosterone, our body's ability to, you know, produce natural test, it starts to go down a little bit. Okay? So 20 to 25, those are your prime years to be building your physique, to be growing. And when this aesthetics obsession comes into play, kids are cutting, you know, cutting and then bulking, cutting, bulking. It's a fad, you know. And if you're cutting for 6 months at a time and then bulking for 6 months at a time, you're really not giving your body any real good quality time to grow. And it's hindering your progress. It's slowing down your long-term progress. So by the time you hit 30, you haven't really reached you haven't even come close to reaching your genetic potential. Hope that makes sense. But you have to be patient, guys. And if you're cutting months at a time and then trying to bulk and put on size, all you're pretty much doing is, I mean, reverse dieting takes a good amount of time, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks, you know, and that transition into a lean bulk to keep down the body fat is already enough time. It's already a good amount of time. And that transition into a maintenance or a surplus takes time, and that is cutting back. That's already cutting back on your time to grow. Okay, so as a kid, when I'm 31, I'm almost 31, guys. I'm turning 31 in October. As a kid, before I competed, I started competing, I think I was about 25. And before that, I was forever bulking. I did not give a shit about aesthetics. I didn't care about my abs showing. All I cared was about getting stronger, you know? And thank God I cared about being symmetrical. I still wanted to do my legs and, you know, not just chest and buys. So I was able to find balance and build a symmetrical physique. I didn't know anything about diet. I didn't know anything about nutrition. All I did was eat. I made sure I got enough protein, and then I just ate. I had YOLO days every day. You know what I mean? But the only thing that I cared about was getting enough protein in, and then I just ate to be satisfied. So I was getting more than enough calories. My body fat might have been a lot higher than it needed to be, but I was still in a surplus and I was still growing. I didn't go on these shortcuts to try to clean up body fat. I didn't care. I was just wanting to get stronger, and with that strength coming along, the size came along. So when I finally decided to compete, when I was about 25, I found out how much real quality muscle I had underneath, and I was pretty impressed. And I don't think that would have happened if I was constantly cutting and bulking, cutting and bulking, cutting and bulking, cutting and fucking bulking, you know? Don't hinder your gains, guys. 20 to 25, there's time, there's years. You have a lot of years to focus on a cut. Focus on building that physique. Rome was not built over fucking night. Alright? So for anybody that accuses me of not being natural, you don't know my history. You don't know what I've done in the past. I was always fat as fuck and not even close to aesthetic when I was a kid, when I was bulking. But I was strong and I was building muscle. And then the second that I cut, I got with a coach, I cut and kept majority of my gains. And that's what happened. I wasn't eating up muscle cutting every damn 6 months. So, sorry for the rant, but be patient, guys. My #1 tip, kids, be patient. Especially if you're under 20, early 20s. Take years to grow. Have fun in the gym. Try different programs. Find what works best for you. Stay consistent. Have your nutrition on point, your training on point, and just have fun, guys. Grow. And then cut. And Tankster agrees with me. I've taught him. I've preached this to him many times, and he understands. All right. So, hope you guys enjoyed that rant, and peace.
You go, I go, you stay, I say, one song to sing.